22 feels heavy, pressurizing, filled with expectations, responsibilities, burdens, and whatnot. But 22 also feels fun, young, chill, and as carefree as it could have ever been. 22 feels contradicting. It's like I should have everything figured out by now, but I'm just 22. I have my whole life in front of me. इतनी भी क्या जल्दी है? And maybe that's the problem. The constant swing between I'm not enough and I've got time. Not even 2 years ago, while I was in my college, there was no such pressure. I was just another random kid with some dreams, ambitions, good long hair, and a little bit of hustle mentality. Teaching my juniors, exploring my love for filmmaking, camera, and video editing just for the fun of it, for the instantaneous amount of joy that I felt. Life didn't ask so many questions back then. Waking up late did not mean that we were lazy. And just having a good cup of tea with our friends made our day. And no matter how much we pretended to be adults, but we were kids by heart. I used to teach something for free, get a few good comments, personal appreciations, and suddenly I was the happiest person on earth. Because I used to make videos for the process, not for the reach. I used to go on the streets, shoot some random frames, edit them overnight and post them online, and boom, productivity maxed out. I'm the king of this world. I was allowed to do some bad work, some mistakes, because that didn't mean this is the end of this world. Because I never thought what after this, what would this lead to 5 years or 10 years down the lane. I was just doing it because I was loving it and I was enjoying it. I was just going with the flow, learning new skills, loving my life, but what exactly happened? My day started off super lazy. I was wasting too much of time. I kept scrolling mindlessly for hours. I used to keep my daily tasks way beyond practicality, and when I was not able to complete them, I used to feel useless because I ended up wasting a lot of time in the entire day. I didn't upskill, fucked up some of my shoots, constantly cursed myself for being super unproductive, and in the guilt of that, I ended up wasting more time, rotting in bed, and having the unhealthiest food. And being a freelancer, I had all the freedom. No boss, no deadlines, and hence the loop continued. But wait, did we miss something? How did all this happen? From me being an overachiever in school to trying out so many different things in college and finding out joy in the littlest of the wins. ये jump कहाँ से आया? From thinking, what did I do today, to questioning myself, what am I doing in life? College gives you this protective tag called student. And the day you lose that tag, you stop comparing yourself to your classmates. You start comparing yourself to the entire world. Because when you see everyone doing so much out there, you start to believe that you haven't achieved anything in your life. Maybe because you're not the founder of $1 million startup. Or maybe because you didn't get enough appraisals in your company. Or maybe because you were not able to crack that one specific competitive exam. Or maybe because you're not able to work 12, 14, 16, 20 hours a day. Or maybe because you're not able to make 4, 6, 10 lakhs a month. But ask that small little kid in you, who exactly are you comparing yourself with? You're in your early 20s. I know that you've got big dreams, so have I. But no one ever has become big by pressuring themselves into comparison with someone who's living a completely different life and running a completely different race. I know what that loop of I'm not enough, I don't deserve this, I've not done enough feels like. But stop buying into everything you see on social media. Everyone, literally everyone has their own set of lows and everyone feels like giving up. But you might not see it on their LinkedIn. After college, I was this clueless kid with super high ambitions and absolutely zero roadmap to follow, along with this whole lot of world to compare myself to. And whenever I felt clueless in life, I always used to tell myself this super beautiful lie that I'm doing nothing because I'm still figuring out. But eventually, that guilt of doing nothing and wasting time eats you up from inside. 22 came in my life with a learning, a realization, a lesson that my approach to work was never right, neither in college nor after that. You can never do something just for the instantaneous fun of it if you want to have that in your life long enough. You can never figure out something just by running some calculations in your mind while rotting in bed instead of getting to the actual work, having your hands dirty and making mistakes. You have to find magic in the boring. It took me so long to admit to this, but no, you cannot expect every day to be a new challenge. You cannot expect every single day of your career to be a thrilling ride. Most of the days will go, and they need to go simple, easy, smooth, effortless, and monotonous. Because that's what builds routine, that's what builds habits, and that's what keeps you going in the longer run without thinking of the results in the short run. You know, when I was at my best, it was not because I was super motivated or most praised or super hyped. It was simply because I was most present in the task that I was doing without any sort of performance pressure. Simply to put my best attempt forward. Having a basic, healthy, monotonous, and a boring lifestyle, or whatever you may call it, is definitely a game changer. I no longer feel bad or guilty if I fail to accomplish some task in my task list. I simply shift that to the next day and feel very content with what I actually did. I don't over-expect from myself in a day. I over-expect from myself in the coming 5 or 10 years. And that's pretty valid. I've started building healthy habits. I'm trying to get some good food. I'm trying to take in some real sunlight, and I'm trying to set some resistances to the most distracting apps. And I no longer believe in motivation. I believe in the momentum. It's about keeping the movement in you alive. And once you decide to do something for long enough, the skill, the perfection, the money, the result, the finish, everything flows in. In my first short film Shuruaat, which is the reason why I love my camera and video editing today, 18-year-old me left me a note saying that, boy, you just need to begin and keep moving, because staying stuck does not help. No matter how much you convince yourself that you're planning for perfection and you're still figuring out, you just need to tell yourself that perfection comes with discipline and nothing else. You might be a hater of routines and habits just like 20-year-old Vishwas, but even 100% jump someday is nothing in front of 1% jump every day. Consistency matters. I'm making this video as a letter to myself and every other being who feels the same. This is your reminder to get back to work, build some good habits, eat real food, hit that gym, go for a walk, work on that passion project, stop criticizing yourself, tell yourself that you deserve the world, and stop comparing yourself to every second person you see online.